Welcome to the Global Explorer channel. Forbes Burnham was one of the most influential and controversial leaders in Guyana's history, serving as Prime Minister from 1964 to 1980, and then as Executive President until his death in 1985. His leadership shaped the country politically, economically, and socially. Life during his rule was a mix of pride, struggle, resilience, and fear. A story that continues to shape the memories of those who lived it and the diaspora who left behind their beloved homeland. Rise to power, 1964 to 1966. Burnham rose to power through a coalition between his People's National Congress, PNC, and the United Force, UF. Defeating Cheddi Jagan's People's Progressive Party, PPP. The promise was a new era, a sovereign, self-reliant Guyana with its people in charge of their own destiny. Segment 2. Nationalism and Socialist Policies, late 1960s, 1970s. In 1970, Guyana became a cooperative republic, officially severing its ties with the British monarchy. Burnham implemented socialist-oriented policies, nationalizing key industries, including sugar, rice, and bauxite. His government encouraged Guyanization of the workforce, meaning more local citizens in government and state jobs, while promoting cultural programs celebrating African and indigenous heritage. The idea was ambitious. We will grow what we eat and eat what we grow. National pride and self-reliance were emphasized at every level of society. Political climate and authoritarian turn. Elections under Burnham in 1968, 1973, and 1980 were widely criticized for manipulation and fraud. Opposition parties and critics faced harassment, censorship, and political intimidation. Political loyalty dictated opportunity. Jobs, promotions, and scholarships often went to those who supported the PNC. Free speech became risky. Journalists, artists, and activists could be detained simply for criticizing the government. This created a climate of fear, shaping everyday behavior in ways that affected everyone, from urban office workers to rural villagers. Economic decline and scarcity. While the early years of Burnham's rule saw some economic growth, by the late 1970s, the picture had changed dramatically. Nationalized industries were mismanaged. Commodity prices for sugar and bauxite fell. Debt rose, unemployment increased, and shortages of basic goods became the norm. Flour, cooking oil, milk, soap, and fuel were often unavailable in official stores. The government banned wheat flour in 1982, forcing families to adapt. Rice and cassava flour became substitutes for bread and roti. Meat was scarce, replaced by fish or small portions of chicken. Even imported canned goods were almost impossible to find. Families grew creative, preserving foods through smoking, salting, or pickling, making dishes stretch and relying on neighbors and relatives abroad. Water, abundant yet scarce. Guyana is a land of water, rivers like the Essequibo, Demerara and Berbice crisscross the country. Rain falls heavily, and swamps and creeks are everywhere. Yet paradoxically, many people did not have access to safe, clean water. In towns, water from taps ran intermittently or was contaminated. Rural communities depended on wells, hand pumps, or river water, often having to boil it to prevent disease. Families stored water in large containers, rationing it for drinking, cooking, and washing. Despite the country's natural wealth, access to clean water was a daily struggle, a silent challenge that added to the hardship of life under Burnham. Life in daily reality. Imagine a typical day in Georgetown or a village along the coast in the early 1980 morning. Families line up at government co-op stores, hoping for a bag of flour or cooking oil. The line might take hours, and those with political connections often get extra rations. Work. Offices and government jobs favor those loyal to the PNC. Those outside the party navigate carefully, avoiding political discussions. Afternoon. Markets are busy but overpriced. Black market goods are 3 times the rationed price. But families must buy them to survive. Evening. Electricity is unreliable. Kerosene lamps light homes during blackouts. Conversations are cautious, and families sleep lightly, aware of potential dangers. Life was a balance of resilience, resourcefulness, and community support. Crime. Break and enter and robbery. Economic hardship fueled crime, particularly in Berbice and Corentyne. Break and enter became common, targeting homes with goods sent from overseas, such as flour, clothes, bicycles, or small appliances. Street robbery was also frequent, especially near markets or bus parks. Families adapted, reinforcing doors with chains and iron grills, keeping dogs as alarms, and forming neighborhood watch systems. Villages often caught thieves quickly, while urban areas faced more organized groups. Fear was real, but communities remained resilient. People helped each other, creating informal safety networks that became vital to daily survival. Ethnic and social divisions. Politics and opportunity were heavily influenced by ethnicity. African Guyanese largely supported the PNC, while Indo-Guyanese often supported the PPP. Government favoritism affected jobs, housing, and schooling. These divisions sometimes deepened social tensions, though community life and cultural pride continued to flourish, especially through schools, festivals, and shared traditions. Culture, education, and pride. despite economic and political hardship. Burnham invested in education and cultural identity. Schools expanded, emphasizing national pride, and cultural programs promoted African and indigenous heritage. Festivals, music, art, and sports kept community spirit alive. Cricket in the streets, calypso competitions, and church or temple gatherings strengthened bonds, providing moments of joy amid daily struggle. Food and creativity. Food was another area of adaptation. Breakfasts often included rice porridge or cassava pancakes. Lunches featured cook-up rice with local beans, vegetables, or river fish. Dinner might be pepper pot or vegetable curry, stretched with local produce. Families became inventive, substituting rice flour for wheat flour, fish or small chicken portions for meat, and using local fruits for vitamins. Despite scarcity, meals were a reflection of resilience, creativity, and cultural pride. Guyanese diaspora memories. By the late 1970s and 1980s, many Guyanese left, not because they did not love their country, but because life had become unsafe. They carried bittersweet memories. The warmth of home, tropical landscapes, lush rivers, and gardens. The smells and flavors of local food, roti, curry, cook-up rice, pepper pots, sorrel, malbi, fresh fruits. Community spirit, festivals, cricket, and street games. At the same time, they remembered long lines, shortages, political tension, electricity cuts, unreliable water, and the fear of robbery or break and enter. Survival had become a daily challenge, and leaving was often the only choice for safety. Legacy of Burnham. Burnham died suddenly in 1985, leaving a deeply divided legacy. Supporters remember a nationalist leader who promoted independence and cultural pride. Critics recall authoritarianism, economic mismanagement, political favoritism, and social division. Yet for all Guyanese, whether at home or abroad, this era is remembered as a time of resilience, creativity, and the enduring human spirit. Life under Burnham was difficult, but it shaped a people determined to survive, celebrate their culture, and preserve their identity. Today, Guyana has moved forward as one nation. But the memories of life under Burnham remain. A vivid testament to the courage, adaptability, and hope of the Guyanese people. They left not out of dislike for their homeland, but out of necessity. To protect their families, survive daily hardships, and build a safer future. Yet even far away, Guyana lives in their hearts. Its rivers, streets, flavors, and spirit forever remembered. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps bring more stories like this one. Until next time, take care and see you in the next video.